Starting Goalies brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Get your favorite sub made just the way you like it. Subway. Eat fresh. Al Montoya's last start was January 5th. He'll be in nets for the Winnipeg Jets. And Corey Crawford, who has started 9 of 12 since coming off injury, he'll be in goal for the Chicago Blackhawks. Dustin Byfuglien, the overtime hero last night for the Winnipeg Jets. And Shane, it really is an interesting dynamic, the different positions and the different roles that Dustin Byfuglien plays in a hockey game.
Well, I think it's just a benefit to the coaching staff being able to use them in different situations.
Referees are Dave Jackson and Greg Kimberly. The linesmen are Brian Pancic and Andy Meckelman. Andrew Ladd starts with Brian Little and Michael Frolik, a couple of former Hawks on that line, those being Ladd and Frolik. Out at center, as the Hawks, Duncan Keith will get it to the Jets line. No further. Frolik to Little and back for Michael Frolik. Frolik pulls up, looks for some help, dishes it deep in behind the Chicago goal. Taves stuffs it out to the blue line. It's deflected away there by Hossa and onto the stick of Patrick Sharp. Good defensive play by Mark Stewart.
Well, that's the type of defense they have to do.
Turned over in front of the net, and Al Montoya, that came off a skate right onto the stick of Marcus Kruger. Kruger coming in for a second try, and that got chipped wide by Brandon Bollig. This is all off a ricochet, off a skate. Battle in front of the net as Mark Stewart is all tied up. Jarmelson in from the line, shot it wide. Johnny Oduya plays it down low to Brandon Bollig and around for Marcus Kruger. Into the slot, side of the net for Brandon Bollig. Looks up front to Smith and score!
Well, this is what happens. The Jets get in trouble running around their end. It's off an errant pass, couple chances by the Blackhawks. And this fourth line of the Blackhawks goes to work. They cycle the puck down, and then Brandon Bollig just wraps it around, somehow finds that area between the post and Montoya's pad. And Chicago opens this one up early. Montoya first with a big save off Kruger early, and then this one squeaks by as Bollig slips it in.
7 on the year for Bollig. And an unfortunate situation for the Winnipeg Jets, but Coach Maurice talks about adversity and response. They've got themselves down 1-0 early in this hockey game.
Blackhawk goal, his 6th of the season.
Enstrom
Number 52.
in behind the net for Zach Bogosian.
And number 16, Marcus Kruger.
Bollig
121.
sends it in. Kruger,
Blackhawk goal, his 6th of the season.
who had those couple of early chances, he picks up an assist, as does Ben Smith. Jokinen in for Byfuglien. Byfuglien plays it in behind the Chicago net. Keaton Ellerby jumps in from the line. Ellerby stopped there by Brookbank. He'll play it up the boards. Blackhawks can't clear though. And now finally out to center. A little bit of room for Brandon Saad. Saad into the slot. Couldn't get the shot away. Now he does. Shot it wide, and there's a penalty coming up to the Winnipeg Jets. It's going to be a hooking call, and the Chicago Blackhawks will get their power play to work.
Winnipeg penalty number 22.
We talked about Winnipeg defensive structure, and they just jump on this play. Thorburn comes on the bench instead of coming back. He goes right at the guy, able to move around, and then on the back check, Byfuglien gets him, and then Thorburn, the stick in the hands of Saad. And now the Jets with a huge penalty kill, already down 1 early in this hockey game.
Chicago's power play at 22.4%. Number 5 in the NHL. It's cooled off a little bit as of late. Only 1 power play goal in the last 5 games. Duncan Keith, who is the quarterback of that power play for Patrick Kane. Kane to the front of the net, and that got deflected away. Shaw plays it behind the net. Trouba goes in after Kane. Kane will play it to the line to Sharp, and back for Kane. It got away from him. And Brian Little will get this back inside the Chicago line. Dennis Bayak, Shane 90, our TSN Jets crew in Chicago. Here comes Taves. He got stripped of the puck by Zach Bogosian, and Bogosian will send it back down into the Chicago zone. Slowly out of his own zone is Olympian Patrick Sharp. He'll drop for Nick Leddy. Leddy dances his way in, tried to split the defense, could not. Sent around the boards, at the line, kept in by Chris Versteeg. For Hossa in the slot, and now back for Versteeg. The shot, Al Montoya, the glove save, and Al Montoya will hang on. Tonight's game plan brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of the NHL.
Well, the Jets don't want to get in a track meet and trade chances with a Chicago team. They got to stay to their game. That's defensively structured, and don't give them opportunities. For Chicago, jump on the Jets early. Playing back-to-back, we all know the Jets' record isn't great, and Chicago wants to take advantage, and they have.
Well, they took advantage of an errant pass, and the goal by Brandon Bollig has Chicago in front 1-0. And they're on a power play now. Dying seconds of it. Down to the goal line, Hawks control. Out of the corner, Versteeg looking for Hossa, had his stick lifted by Michael Frolik. Grabbed off by Olli Jokinen, and Jokinen will get it to center. Frolik follows up on the play and delayed offside, and Jokinen touches that, and they may be fortunate that they're not bringing that face-off all the way back.
Well, he's lucky, but he made a great defensive play by Jokinen as Stewart pinches up on the wall. Great read by Jokinen, able to take away that pass. He's in position not only to take away the slot pass, but he would have been able to get the pass back to the point. Good stick in the pass lane.
We'll pass along a little more bad news. Chicago 25-0-6 when they get the opening goal. Brent Seabrook plays it for Nick Leddy. Dying seconds of the power play. Taves for Seabrook. He'll leave it for Kane. Back for Taves. Bogosian is after him. He'll try to get it to Leddy. Leddy couldn't handle the pass. And that'll do it. As out of the penalty box now is Chris Thorburn. Just one shot on goal on that power play for Chicago. Taves to the line, gets bumped on the play by Bogosian. Center deflected away, Jarmelson at the line. For Kane, Patrick Kane being watched on the play by Toby Enstrom. Puck to the line, Kane in the slot, didn't fire it, tried to work it in a little closer, and then got closed off. Up the boards for Wheeler, no room for him. Sharp back in for Jonathan Taves. Taves watched by Bogosian, and now Brian Little will send the puck ahead to Blake Wheeler. He'll feed it through, trying to spring Andrew Ladd. Ladd finally catches up to it, but he was in a little too deep to do anything with it. Mark Scheifele now behind for Wheeler. Wheeler spins off a check, tried to get it back to the line, and Brandon Bollig is there to break it up. To center ice, no further. Taken by Wheeler. Wheeler then got rocked and knocked down there by Bollig. Duncan Keith for Brent Seabrook. Through for Kruger. He'll deflect to Bollig. He'll try to get it to the front of the net. A bouncing puck, and Kruger will chop it into the glove of Al Montoya.
Well, we take a look at the season series between these two teams all in November, and the dominance by the Chicago Blackhawks. It's one of those teams, whether it's in the head of the Jets, but offensively, they've been able to take an outscoring 15-5 Winnipeg in those three games, and out early in this game 1-0 is Paul Maurice, a different coach behind the bench in this game, maybe trying to get a different mindset and find a way to switch this around.
Finds his team down by a score of 1-0. Jets did get the opening goal of the game last night, only the second time in the last 6 games that they had done that. Shot from the line by Brookbank, off the glove of Montoya into the corner. Battle for a loose puck. Koska plays this in behind the net. And as Mike Koska, normally a defenseman, but the Blackhawks have 7 defensemen dressed, and he is playing up front this evening for Chicago. In behind the net for Handzus. Handzus, a handful for Jacob Trouba. Olli Jokinen goes down to take the puck away. Jokinen gets squeezed against the backboards by Versteeg. Koska's on the loose puck, but turns it over to Jacob Trouba. Trouba, a little flip pass looking for Jokinen. Chopped to the line by Bufflin. Setaguchi to the center ice area, and he'll fire this in. Crawford will leave it there for Brookbank. Shots 5-0 in favor of the Blackhawks. Leddy ahead for Kane, stopped by Enstrom. Letty in from the line, in behind the net, centered! Big save by Al Montoya. He got the left pad down on Patrick Kane.
Well, the Jets can't leave the front of the net wide open. They go around the net the wrong way, and an open play.
Kane, 24 goals on the year, sends it left side for Brandon Saad. 15 on the year for Saad. Enstrom plays it around. After it is Thorburn for Eric O'Dell. Try to get it back to Thorburn. Ends up on the stick of Jarmelson. Screen shot. Montoya down. Scramble up the side and the puck cleared away. O'Dell for Thorburn. Thorburn on the right side for Anthony Peluso. Peluso drops it at the line, but it got picked off. Brandon Saad couldn't handle that cleanly, or he was off on a 2-on-1 with Kane. Jacob Trouba. Left side pass for Michael Frolik, and this is off the stick of Frolik and into the Chicago bench. 1:21 into the game. Brandon Bowling, 6th of the year, has Chicago up.
Paul Maurice talked this morning about the Chicago Blackhawks, said we can't give them chances. They can create enough on their own. We need to be good defensively in this game. Well, to open this game, things haven't gone great. Jacob Trouba, the opening pass off the stick. That was a turnover. Big save by Montoya, led to the goal. And then Blake Wheeler, a little turnover in zone, just not strong enough plays. Beat around the back of the net. A bit of a weak goal on Montoya. And then vacating the front of the net. All the Jets leave Kane alone, the top point guy for Chicago, and those areas need to be cleaned up.
Patrick Kane, number 4 in the NHL in points with 59. 1-0 in favor of Chicago. Trouba for Mark Stewart. Stewart will get this to the Chicago line. Stewart has been over 20 minutes in 3 straight games. Stewart at that left point fires that back towards the front of the net, off a leg, lead pass, in is Hossa, and a big save by Al Montoya. And Montoya is shaken up.
Well, we talked about the quick transition of Chicago, and they take off, but Hossa catches Montoya's left leg. It's an accident as he gets bumped right at the last minute on the shot, and Montoya goes down and is slow to get up here. Hopefully it's something he can just shake off. But a big save by the Jet netminder. Something Chicago does as soon as they see a turnover, one guy just shoots the zone. As Rob Millette out to tend to his netminder. Take a look back, the puck in zone, Marian Hossa comes out. He sees the turnover and he's off to the races up the middle. A great feed from Sharp. He takes it and a great right pad save. And then you see the follow through as Hossa can't get out of the way, gets a little push at the end, runs into Al Montoya, and Montoya big save, and then takes a little bit of a hit there, looks on the top of his left leg. Seems to be okay here as he's skating it off, but a big save off Marian Hossa. He has got some speed, not somebody, if he's behind you don't have a chance. 6
goals in the last 7 games for Marian Hossa. And a big save by Al Montoya to keep this a 1-0 game. And the Chicago Blackhawks, Shane, have done a terrific job getting in passing lanes, shooting lanes. We've seen some ricochets, and then they jump on that loose puck, and they are gone.
Well, I mentioned the jump. They haven't played in 3 days.
189 goals scored by Chicago. That leads the National Hockey League. Back into the Hawks, into the ice. Andrew Ladd for Michael Frolik. The shot. That went off a stick of Seabrook and wide. Taves ahead for Sharp. He'll deflect it out to center. Mark Stewart takes the pass from Andrew Ladd and rattles it back into the Chicago zone, but makes its way all the way back out to center. Keaton Ellerby in on the right side for Michael Frolik, but Andrew Ladd late coming out of the zone, and offside is called against the Jets.
Well, you look at Michael Frolik, a big part of the Chicago Blackhawks Stanley Cup team last year, in a completely different role. Still brings that defensive side, but a lot better offensive numbers with Winnipeg, and right now situated on one of the top lines there and has 10 goals this season.
Scheifele, Kane, and Wheeler now out for the Jets. Icing called against Chicago. The shots 8-0 in favor of Chicago.
Well, Chicago's had the early jump here, and the Jets looking for anything offensively, and The Scheifele, Kane, Wheeler line has been one of the lines that's been the most dangerous and been able to create a lot of offensive chances for the Jets.
Reminiscent of the Anaheim game where they got outshot badly early, gave up the opening goal, and hung in until they got things turned around. There's Evander Kane, a sharp angle chance. Adam Pardy to the side of the net. That sailed wide. Keaton Ellerby jumps in at the right point. It's chipped past him. Adam Pardy has to hustle back. Ben Smith knocked it away from Pardy. Pardy takes Smith to the corner boards. Scheifele tried to jam it up the wall. Saad had it, lost it as he tried to glove it down. But the Hawks control. Ben Smith sends it off the sideboards. Adam Pardy. Nice little pass for Keaton Ellerby. And Ellerby ahead for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler off the glass, trying to get it to Evander Kane. Brandon Saad blocks it. Bogosian for Ellerby. Snaps it to center, and Wheeler will deflect it in. Sheldon Brookbank starts for Chicago. For Patrick Kane. Kane dances his way in, tried to cut around Enstrom. Nothing doing there. To the left point to Nick Leddy. The quick shot, that got blocked by Jokinen. Jokinen down that right side. He has Setaguchi with him. Jokinen in the slot, back to Byfuglien. And maybe off the glove of Crawford and wide. Byfuglien for Setaguchi. Spins off the check of Leddy. To the front of the net, but deflected away. Brookbank bounces this out to center. Saad's on his way to the bench. That allows Bogosian a little bit of room. Bogosian drops it back for Byfuglien. Cross ice. Here's Bogosian in on goal. In a little tight. And Crawford came across and blocked it.
Well, some great passing by the Jets. Bogosian ran out of room. Now a little pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Zach Bogosian ended up with the chance. He was in a little tight on Corey Crawford, though, and could not jam that past the Chicago netminder. Chicago Blackhawks won. Winnipeg Jets no score here in the opening period.
And I'm going in their way. It all started their end. A nice block by Jokinen stepping up, and then Byfuglien, a great stick check on Leddy at the point, allowed Jokinen to come with speed. Nice little cross play. That opened up Byfuglien. Quick shot by him. I'm not sure if Crawford got a piece just wide, and then after that passing play, Odell to Bogosian. But I think it may have surprised Bogosian a little bit as he wasn't expecting it, as he would have had a great chance there in tight on Crawford.
Zach Bogosian getting his second goal of the season last night against the Leafs. That's the goal that made it 4-1, and Chase James Reimer, Jokinen, and Byfuglien with some offensive jump in the last couple of shifts. Koska couldn't hold it in, and they're going to say this came outside the line before Mark Stewart snapped it back into the Chicago zone.
Well, Stewart couldn't keep it in, and he mentioned Koska, the 7th D for Chicago up front. And Joe Quenneville going with 7 defensemen. Brian Bickle, last year's playoff hero for Chicago, is a healthy scratch.
Yes. It's been a difficult year offensively for Big Bickle. Only 7 goals on the year. Was so good for them in the playoffs last year. Jacob Trouba gives chase. Al Montoya comes out and plays it. Trouba falls. Handzus now in the corner. Gets bumped there by Eric Odell. Handzus stays on it. Centers it. Koska couldn't get a stick on it. Brookbank for Leddy. Leddy's shot blocked in front. Where is it? Al Montoya has it somewhere. And Montoya's going to hang on to it.
Well, it's interesting. We've already seen the 4th line of Chicago. Now their 3rd line. Or is this the 4th line? But a good chance. A shot from the point. Montoya loses it. It's behind him. Good on him to fall back and protect the puck as it was starting to trickle through. Koska turned the wrong way. And Montoya, the puck's still a little bit free, but a quick whistle in his favor as that'll draw the face-off to the right of him.
Taves, Sharp, Hossa come back out for Chicago. Frolik along with Ladd and Little. Enstrom and Bogosian. Bogosian has it behind his own net. Ahead for Ladd. Ladd looking for Little in open ice. Too far for him. Duncan Keith will play it back for Brent Seabrook. Lead pass. Hossa tried to redirect for Sharp. That didn't work. Back to the Chicago line. Hossa's going to try it again, and he'll get it back for Duncan Keith. 46 points on the year for Duncan Keith. Number 2 as far as scoring for NHL defenseman is concerned. Play whistle down. NHL on TSN brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Get your favorite sub made just the way you like it. Subway, eat fresh. Too many men on the ice. And power play coming up for the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, nice little break here. Chicago guilty, and they'll head to the boxes. Paul Maurice will send his guys out for a power play. 2 for 3 against Toronto, and hoping to have a little bit of that magic to tie this game. Winnipeg
Jets, Toby Enstrom leads them in power play ice time. It's 3 minutes and 38 seconds on an average. And Jarmelson, 2 minutes and 40 seconds of shorthanded time per game, leads the Hawks in that category. Jets win the faceoff. Enstrom sends it for Wheeler and down for Scheifele. Scheifele being watched by Kruger. Enstrom finds Byfuglien. Byfuglien looked for that pass to the high slot area. And that's what we talked about earlier, how the Hawks get in those passing and shooting lanes as Jesus blocked that. Enstrom sends it in. Blake Wheeler in full flight has the rebound as it was deflected away by Corey Crawford. Came off the corner boards to the high slot area where Duncan Keith will rattle it down the ice. Enstrom finds Byfuglien, and Byfuglien will send it in, but Byfuglien mishandled it just for a split second, and that put Andrew Ladd offside.
Well, after winning the draw and being set up in the zone, they haven't been able to get back. It was Byfuglien trying for the shot pass to Kane in the high slot, but Jesus, good job getting in the shot lane, blocking that, and then able to send it down.
1:13 left in the Jets power play. Jets coming off a 2 power play goal game last night. 6th time this season they have scored more than a power play goal in a game. Through center, deflected in. Seabrook turns, goes after it with Ladd. Ladd for Little. Brian Little playing it back to the blue line, but Dustin Byfuglien was over on the near side boards. And back into the Jets zone it goes, and Byfuglien will backtrack. Byfuglien straight up the ice. Slides it in and goes in after it. Byfuglien and Duncan Keith. Byfuglien plays it around. It got away from Little, but Enstrom is there. Ladd back for Enstrom. Enstrom for Byfuglien. Back for Toby Enstrom. Now for Brian Little. Trying to work it back to the line and does for Enstrom. Byfuglien. Now Byfuglien and Enstrom switch sides. Brian Little, the shot to the front. That was blocked by Jarmelson. Little getting pressured there by Jarmelson. Gets it to Ladd and on to Frolik. Frolik trying to get it back to the line and blocked but not cleared by Brandon Saad. Enstrom back for Byfuglien. Cross ice. Little the shot. Crawford the save. Good save by Crawford out of the penalty box. Here comes Versteeg and a glove save by Montoya off of Versteeg. One shot on that power play by the Jets. Nick Leddy out at center. Cross ice pass ends up on the stick of Sharp, but Patrick Kane in ahead of the play.
Well, we had chances both ends of the ice. Chris Versteeg stepped out, but before that, some good puck movement. The one-timer by Brian Little. Crawford, great job challenging the spin pass, just trying to clear the zone. Versteeg steps on the ice. The exact time the puck comes to him. Nice glove save as Al Montoya gets the quick release from Versteeg.
Taves wins the draw back for Nick Leddy, and Leddy trying to clear it in, puts it up into the netting in the corner to the right of Al Montoya.
Well, you mentioned the Anaheim game where they outshot the Jets badly. Right now 12-2 in favor of Chicago as they have carried the majority of the momentum and the shots in this game, as Winnipeg trying to find a way to get a goal here to get their momentum back.
Chicago second in the NHL on average shots per game at 33.5. The Jets 10th in the NHL. Patrick Sharp, too tight for him to handle. Leddy plays it back for Sheldon Brookbank, stopped by Montoya as that came through some traffic. Leddy at the line into the high slot. Patrick Kane rifled that one high. Patrick Kane, by the way, in his 500th NHL game at 25 years of age. Setoguchi tried to kick the puck out, could not. Jonathan Toews back for Sharp, back for Kane, away from him, and Leddy is there. Leddy for Kane, back for Nick Leddy. Without a stick is Thorburn. Sharp to the front of the net, and Al Montoya makes the save, and he'll shut that down on the short side. Chris Versteeg was in the penalty box serving the minor penalty. As he came out, he got that chance. Attention Jets pass holders, watch for the Jets Rewards bonus code during tonight's game. Enter the code by logging into Jets Rewards. Receive 50 bonus points redeemable for unique Winnipeg Jets benefits and experiences. Jets Rewards, reward your passion.
Well, we talked about the Blackhawks, 14 shots. They're getting a lot of shots, but if you're going to block out like Mark Stewart is, great job. Good positioning allows his goaltender to see the puck and make the save. Breaks his stick on the play, and that led to some offensive chances, but you're either blocking or you're boxing out, and Mark Stewart, a good job on Patrick Sharp. Allows his goaltender to see the puck, makes it a lot easier on the netminder.
As Sharp tried to spin off the check, his stick came down onto the stick of Mark Stewart and shattered it. Smith stripped of the puck by Evander Kane. Ahead for Mark Scheifele. Scheifele will send it in. Wheeler goes in after it. Both Scheifele and Wheeler scoring in the game last night against Toronto. Scheifele on the far side tried to slip it back into the Chicago zone. Could not. And Brandon Bollig, the goal-getter in this game, will get it into the Jet zone. After it is Keaton Ellerby. That's the corner where Adam Party had his helmet taken off.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Adam Party in with a hit in the corner on Brandon Bollig. Kane down low. Battle for a loose puck, and Kane comes up with it. Kane with pressure coming, bounces it out to center ice. Nicholas Jarmelson for Johnny Oduya. Up to center ice for Kruger, and all the way back into the Chicago zone where Oduya will go back. For Marian Hossa. Back for Oduya. Good job by the Jets in on the forecheck to disrupt the offensive attack of the Chicago Blackhawks. And this is up into the netting, and we'll get another stoppage.
Good job by the Jets in the neutral zone. They will knock that pass. They turn back the Blackhawks a couple of times, and that's what they need to do. You can't allow them to come through with that speed. Chicago, not a team that's always going to dump it. If they don't like what they see, they just regroup, but they stayed patient. The Jets able to cut off a pass and knock it out of play.
Little wins the face-off. Little last night with a couple of points. That is his 11th multiple-point game of the season. Little in on the forecheck on Seabrook. Seabrook ahead for Toews, out for Hossa. Hossa for Sharp. Sharp gets bumped into with a solid jolt there by Zach Bogosian. Toby Enstrom gets inside position on Hossa. Hossa gets a piece of him. Duncan Keith holds it in at the line for Seabrook and on for Toews. Bounced away from him. Little is after it. Hossa's there. Hossa for Toews. All the way in from the line is Duncan Keith to the front of the net. Good job defensively there as Hossa tried to take that to the blue paint. Toews to the line. Seabrook holds it in for Keith and back for Seabrook. Shot, glove save, Montoya.
Well, this is the line you got to pay attention to. Sharp, Toews, Hossa on the point. Keith and Seabrook, just a little display of the passing they have. If you give them time and space, and when Paul Maurice talked about needing to be defensively structured, he said we can't be passive. You can't sit back. You can't give them the room because they'll make these little plays. They'll be able to move it back to the point. They'll get the pressure away from where they need. They'll take it to the net, and then they're first on pucks again.
15 shots by Chicago. Those 15 shots have come from 12 different players. Trouba ahead for Setoguchi. He'll get to the red line and chip it in. Byfuglien, the former Hawk, goes after it. This is where Byfuglien spent most of his time at right wing in Chicago. Trouba debated for a second, does jump in, gets some defensive help, cross ice! And not much on that blast from Setoguchi as the puck was rolling. Jokinen down low, Byfuglien trying to work it to the front of the net. Setoguchi got dumped, and Brandon Saad gets it to center where Jacob Trouba's there. For Stewart and back for Jacob Trouba. 5 points, including 3 goals in the last 5 games for Jacob Trouba. He'll lead for Kane. Kane trying to get some speed through that neutral zone. He got closed out quickly. Trouba will try it again. Gets it for Scheifele. On for Evander Kane, and Kane will chip it deep. And then look for the puck as it comes around the boards. It gets by him. Kept in at the blue line, though, by Adam Pardy. Wheeler. Kane all down low in the corner. Scheifele back to the line to Adam Pardy. Slap shot. That got blocked by Ben Smith. And the Hawks will come back with Smith. That knocked down into midair by Pardy, and that allows Ellerby to take the loose puck. Ellerby plays it left side. Kane comes for Wheeler on the near side. Stopped at center, and Seabrook will turn it right back up the ice for Chicago. To Duncan Keith, way in ahead of the play, though, was Michael Handzus, and that's offside.
Well, Devin Setoguchi, the best chance for Winnipeg this period. Doesn't end up getting a shot on net. Jokinen covering up, keeps the puck in the zone. Tries to find Setoguchi the one-timer. He doesn't get all of it. Comes off the toe of his stick and goes wide to the glove side. But good job by Jokinen to glove the puck down and a quick pass cross ice to Setoguchi, who shakes his head as he didn't get the best of it.
Goals have been tough to come by for Devin Setoguchi. One in the last 24 games. But the Jets have found that seam in the high slot area in the Chicago zone a few times in this game. Have been unable to capitalize. Taves, Herhosa, the quick release, and Montoya, the good save. 16-2 now, the shots in favor of Chicago. Brian Little, but it remains 1-0 on the early goal from Brandon Bollig, 1:21 in. Seabrook, ahead for Jonathan Taves. Taves at the line, drops it for Duncan Keith, and that quick shot is gloved by Montoya.
Well, Duncan Keith comes in at the right time, but it's the play by Patrick Sharp. We mentioned he's headed over to Sochi for Team Canada. Quick puck movement. Taves just kicks it outside. This is where the body, you need to play the body. Little move around, finds Keith coming in. Quick shot. Everything happens at a high pace with Chicago.
Coming into this game, the Jets had blocked 78 shots in the last 3 games, compared to just 25 by their opponents in those 3 games. As Mark Stewart got hit with an errant puck. Stays out there though. Trouba gets to center, sends it deep. Jarmelson after it. Trouba in on the forecheck. That's turned over. Jokinen trying to keep it in, does with the help of Stewart, and now makes its way out to center, and Setoguchi's on the loose puck. Stopped there by Handzus, and backhanded in by Chris Versteeg. Montoya, 8 wins on the season for Al Montoya. 9 is his single season career high. Here comes Kruger into the slot for Bollig. Save Montoya. Chance at the side of the net for Kruger. Centered. Oh, what a save by Al Montoya. He absolutely robs Brandon Bollig. And now a penalty coming up to the Winnipeg Jets. It's going to be a boarding call.
I believe it's going to Olli Jokinen. He lost his stick, a little push, but this line of Bollig, Kruger, and Smith at it again as Al Montoya robs Bollig of his second goal, but Jacob Trouba tries to set up. Jets get caught on the wrong side of the red line. Step in front, intercept the pass. That allows the pressure in front of Al Montoya, and somehow Brandon Bollig can't find the back of the net as Montoya gets enough of it, and then that little push by Jokinen is the penalty.
Really?
Yep. I don't know what to say, but that's all it took.
Second power play of the game for the Chicago Blackhawks, and Jokinen, I think, got more than just the 2 minutes as he makes his way. Nope. Now he's in a...
He's saying he didn't get the penalty.
Well, he's getting escorted. Well, we've got a little...
Maybe it wasn't Jokinen.
Pirouette dance going on there at center ice with Olli Jokinen and the officials.
Well, they're going to send Mark Stewart over now. Well, somebody's getting a boarding penalty. Oh, what Jokinen did didn't look like it was worthy of one. But that's who they sent initially.
Mark Stewart doesn't seem to think that he's the guilty party either. Jets win the face-off. It's cleared all the way down the ice. And the first period comes to an end. And well, there's 1 second left yet, despite the fact the Jets have been outshot 18-2. They're just down by the 1 goal. And Jokinen now over in a discussion with Devin Setaguchi. They're still trying to figure out who the guilty party was.
Well, I'll tell you this, when the refs don't know who it is and when there's a mix-up, usually there's not a penalty. As we can't find Mark Stewart. Here's Mark Stewart's shift in front of the net. This is the melee in front. It happens, the arm goes up when everybody goes back to the boards. And Stewart's in front of the net.
Stewart standing in front of the net with no one near when Dave Jackson puts his hand up.
No idea.
Well,
that's one we'll... Can't explain it.
Well, Dave Jackson and Greg Kimberly may go into the referee's room at the end of this first period and with the help of the linesmen try and sort that out as to exactly what they saw and didn't see. But bottom line is it has given the Chicago Blackhawks their second power play opportunity of the hockey game. The first period does come to an end. And 18-2, the shots in favor of Chicago and Brandon Bollig as the Jets are only down by 1. As Al Montoya a number of big saves. But that one by Bollig sneaks its way in. 1-0 Chicago after 1. Brandon Bollig, number 52 there in the middle of your screen. The only goal-getter in this hockey game, his 6th of the season. As the Chicago Blackhawks have the 1-0 lead, Smith and Kruger the assists. It was 10 minutes and 13 seconds into that opening period before the Winnipeg Jets got their first shot on goal as they got badly outshot by the Chicago Blackhawks. And Al Montoya was spectacular at times.
Oh, I thought he was really good in that first period. Maybe would like that goal back by Bollig, but from then on, he stood tall for the Winnipeg Jets. First game, hasn't played in 8 games, but he came in and no time to really sit back. He got warmed up quickly, got into the game, and biggest save coming off Bollig once again as he was sprawled out and found a way to knock the puck wide.
Faced 18 shots already. His last start, that was in Pittsburgh, and that's the game where he faced the most shots in a game this season at 39. So Mark Stewart in the penalty box to serve the rest of his minor penalty. Back to the line and out to center ice. And Mark Stewart simply saying mistakes happen. The officials make them as well. So back is Patrick Kane. He'll find Patrick Sharp. Patrick Sharp will slide this in. Patrick Sharp has slowed down offensively. Shot from the line. That went wide as Keith let it rip. Sharp has it again. Sharp with 1 goal in his last 9 games. Gives it to Keith, to Taves, and cross ice for Keith, and it went off his stick. Great puck movement here by Chicago on this power play. Kane for Duncan Keith. To the goal line for Taves, in front of the net, deflected away and cleared. Here's a chance, Brian Little. Does he have enough room? Taves trying to head him off at the pass and does. As Little tried to catch up to that puck. Now Vander Kane is on the loose puck. Kane killing off some valuable seconds on this penalty kill by the Jets. And finally, Shaw will take over.
Well, after good puck movement by Chicago, the Jets finally get it down. Brian Little just didn't have enough gas in the tank to outskate Taves and Keith.
Jacob Trouba on the far side lost his footing. Adam Pardy is on the loose puck. Pardy tried to clear it up the wall. Stopped there by Brent Seabrook. Intercepted by Jacob Trouba. And Trouba off the boards. And back where Crawford will stop it. Dying seconds of the power play. Nick Leddy for Hossa. Hossa gets stood up there by Trouba. After it is Chris Versteeg. Jokinen in on him. To the line for Leddy. Shot, rebound. Cleared away from the front of the net. No shots on goal on that power play for Chicago. Trouba for Adam Pardy. Pardy gets double teamed, then gets some help, and it's cleared out the center. Leddy and Seabrook play catch with the puck. And Seabrook, will he get it up ice? Yes, sends the long lead pass, except Brandon Saad was on his way to the bench on the line change. Trouba plays it for Adam Party. On for Olli Jokinen, and Jokinen will get this into the Chicago zone. 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. Zach Bogosian waits for it. Kruger coming in after him. Enstrom trying to slide it up the boards. Ben Smith is there to stop it. Setaguchi down low as well, and finally it comes free. And Scheifele jams it out to center ice, but it's right back into the Jet zone. Enstrom, nice little tight turn. Buys himself a little bit of space. Jets were looking for another too many men in the ice call against Chicago, but officials deemed that the Hawk player leaving the ice did not play the puck, which he did not. Here comes Evander Kane. Scheifele heads to the front of the net. Kane tried to get it there. At the line, Bogosian stripped of the puck by Marian Hossa. And back up the ice for Patrick Sharp with Jonathan Toews. And getting back to break it up was Blake Wheeler. Montoya still had to make a save as Wheeler got back to deflect that pass that was headed for Jonathan Toews. Sharp into the slot. That is off Evander Kane. Back to where the puck just came from. Patrick Sharp has it again. For Hossa. Slips away from him, and Zach Bogosian will take it for the Jets. Off the glass to center for Kane. Evander Kane, a little bit of room on Keith. Kane fires, and he just missed blocker side on Corey Crawford.
Oh boy, I know Kane's going for the corner. They need a shot on net there. Only 2 in the first, and a quality opportunity that goes wide.
Crawford plays it away from Brian Little. Saad almost lost it in front of his own net. Cleared out to center ice and taken there by Keaton Ellerby. For Party and on for Ladd. Ladd will put it back in. Crawford stops it, leaves it for Duncan Keith. Little closing in on Keith, around for Koska, couldn't get anywhere. Michael Handzus trying to use that long reach of his to get that loose puck and fish it out of the pile. Can't though. Michael Frolik trying to get away from Seabrook. To the line it goes. Adam Party deflected. And a nice save by Corey Crawford on the deflection by Brian Little. After a nice pass there from Adam Party.
Well, real heads-up play by Party. Recognized he didn't have the shot lane. A nice shot pass to the high slot.
Cleared in by Ladd. Jarmelson will clear it right back out to center. Skips away from Adam Party. Jets clear the zone. They're back on side. Jarmelson for Johnny Oduya. And on for Patrick Kane. In with Shaw. Shaw being bothered by Odell. Shaw takes it deep into the Jet zone. Brookbank at the line. Slap shot wide off the backboards. Good job there by Keaton Ellerby. And he'll slide it ahead to Thorburn, and Thorburn will get it into the Chicago zone. Brookbank rattled there by Anthony Peluso. Puck at center, and Bogosian to the Chicago line, no further. Odell had it, lost it. It bounces around. Here comes Brandon Saad in on Bogosian. Saad drops it to Leddy, and his shot went wide. Brookbank for Kane, back for Brookbank. Shot, Montoya got enough of that, and it just slipped by the open side. Saad away from Bogosian, but then Patrick Kane turned it over. Anthony Peluso ahead for Bogosian, knocks it down and gets it up the right side boards. Setaguchi for Eric Odell, and he'll slide it in and head to the bench on the line change. Olli Jokinen off the bench, almost an interception and almost a chance. Sharp still back in his own end. Brookbank runs a little pick play on Dustin Byfuglien. That allows Sharp to skate it out. Sharp the shot to the short side wide. Toews is on it. Toews got stopped there by Mark Stewart. Batted away by Dustin Byfuglien. And this is going to be an icing call against the Jets.
Well, the Jets trying to get something going. Montoya again busier. The only shot's coming his way. The play by Adam Party, great heads-up play. Goes for the high tip to Brian Little. Gets blocked before it can find its way to the net. Before that, Blake Wheeler, great back check on the cross-ice pass to Jonathan Toews. Able to get back, deflecting a heads-up play by Montoya to make the stop.
Jarmelson down low for Jonathan Toews. for Patrick Sharp. To the blue line. Screen shot by Oduya off a stick and wide. And taken by Evander Kane. Lead pass now for Jacob Trouba. Trouba gets stopped there by Oduya. Oduya will be headed to the Olympics to play for Sweden. Taves ahead for Hossa. Hossa gets stood up there by Mark Stewart. Taves is stripped of the puck by Blake Wheeler. And Wheeler will play it for Jacob Trouba. Trouba up the middle for Evander Kane. Wheeler is going to be first on the puck. Nope. They will call icing against the Jets. Faceoff will come back.
Evander Kane made a great heads-up play. He recognized this play comes up to the point. It's a pass. The little stick lifts Jarmelson's stick. He recognizes Wheeler is there. He thought Wheeler may have been a little closer that pass, but great mind play by number 9 there to lift the stick and almost set Wheeler free.
Scheifele, after Kane gets waved out of the face-off circle. Scheifele goes in against Marcus Kruger. Kruger pulls it back to Duncan Keith. Keith looking for the carom off the backboards. It came into the high slot area. Kruger couldn't get a good shot away. Keith is on it again. Keith for Seabrook and back for Keith. Watched by Wheeler. Scheifele tried to break it up, could not. Around the boards, Kane to the near side with Seabrook. Seabrook's shot got blocked by Mark Stewart. To the line, but not out. Kept in by Seabrook. For Kruger. Kruger looking out front. Good play there by Scheifele, and he'll start back as Seabrook jumped in from the line. 2-on-1 with Kane to the front of the net, and Seabrook got back and batted that out of midair. Right back up the ice for Duncan Keith. 1-0 Chicago here in the second period. Kruger and Frolik to the far side, and Andrew Ladd will take the puck and start back for the Jets. He's to the line, no further. Gets stood up there by Jarmelson. Adam Party spun around, gets it into the Chicago zone though, as Koska and Ladd roughed each other up at the line. Chris Versteeg sends it into the Jet zone. Handzus is after it. Back for Versteeg, tried to center it, blocked by Party. Versteeg has it again. Oduya for Jarmelson, shot kicked away by Montoya. Party off the glass and out the center. Jarmelson back for it. Al Montoya has now stopped 20 of 21 in his 8 wins. Al Montoya has averaged 27 shots on goal against. In his 5 losses, he's averaged 37 shots on goal against. Saw it into the corner along with Ellerby. Up the boards, and Frolik is on it. Patrick Kane keeps it in the Jet zone though with some help from Nick Leddy. In front of the net, Montoya came across to rob Patrick Kane. As Kane was tied up just long enough for Al Montoya to get himself back in position on the far side of the crease. It remains 1-0.
Patrick Kane, a great opportunity to score, already 24 goals on the season, and a great feed from Shaw to the front of the net. Brian Little, just for a second, Kane sneaks behind him. Montoya, though, great job tracking that. Can see Montoya reads the play, reads the cross-ice pass, good push, left to right, gets in position, makes the save, and able to fall on top of the rebound. And Montoya has been busy. 22-2. Jets yet to get a shot here in this second period as Chicago continues to dominate.
9:27 gone by. The most shots given up in a game by the Winnipeg Jets this season, 43. That was in Detroit. It was also the game where we had the biggest shot differential. It favored Detroit by plus 22 in that game.
And that's not one of the stats you shoot to beat.
Nope.
Those are the ones you try to correct, but it is heading in that direction.
And we'll finish that thought process off. The least shot the Jets have had in a game this season, January 7th, 14 against Tampa Bay. So those are all the negatives. The positive is they're one shot away from tying this game.
That's the truth. Yeah, only down 1 goal, and Al Montoya has been a big reason why.
Toby Enstrom led the Jets a nice time in the opening period. Ahead for Byfuglien. Byfuglien tried to work around Nick Leddy, could not. Saw it for Shaw. Andrew Shaw lost it at the line. It is cleared in, and back forward is Toby Enstrom. Around for Devin Setoguchi. Setoguchi gets pinned to the wall by Shaw. Back to the blue line for Sheldon Brookbank. Brookbank trying to get it down low. Patrick Kane being watched there by Byfuglien. Kane with those good hands. Kane finds it to the net. Backhand shot. And he slipped it wide. What a shift by Patrick Kane.
He's done that a few times against this Winnipeg club this year, and another display of the talent he has.
He's had a 12-game point streak and a 14-game point streak this season. We can see why. Taves looking for Kane, away from him. Wheeler on the far side ties his man up. Scheifele's on the loose puck, tries to get it to Evander Kane. Stopped just outside the line, and now Wheeler will get it to Evander Kane. Kane blocked by Jarmelson. To the line, Mark Stewart's trying to hold it in. Get some help there from Scheifele against Hossa. Out to center ice, and Trouba's going to hammer it right back in. As we've now played 11 minutes of the second period, and the Jets have not had a shot on goal. Offside called, and now we've got a little action going on. Jacob Trouba and Patrick Sharp, as Trouba stood Sharp up at the line.
Well, he's introducing himself to the veteran. Good job by Trouba playing the body. Sharp didn't like it, and a little pushing and shoving afterwards.
So the Chicago Blackhawks with the lead. There's the hit by Jacob Trouba on Patrick Sharp.
Well, Patrick Kane puts on a display of skill. 5'11", 181 pounds, but you want to learn how to protect the puck and how to play. This is how he fights off Dustin Byfuglien, 265 pounds, 6'5", Olli Jokinen, 6'3", 210, goes around them, then he takes it to the net and just puts it wide. But the way in which he skates, he keeps his feet moving the whole time. The puck's out to the side, he protects it, shields his body, keeps his feet moving, takes it to the net, head up, just all the things if you want to watch a hockey player and learn how to play the game. He certainly does it.
He does. He's got it all. Interesting where Dustin Byfuglien is seated in between Mark Stewart and Adam Pardy.
Well, I wonder if this is a move. Well, it's 4-on-4 now as there is offsetting penalties to Trouba and Sharp.
So Byfuglien may come out on the back end of the 4-on-4. In front of the net, chance for Bogosian. What a play defensively by Brandon Saad. Off of Zach Bogosian. Brian Little back into his own end for Bogosian. Lead pass looking for Ladd, too far, but Corey Crawford is going to have to play it away. Out at center, Jonathan Taves trying to work his way through. Taves with the backhander with Trouba in the penalty box. Byfuglien does get a shift on defense here with Mark Stewart in the 4-on-4, and Paul Maurice saying last night he doesn't mind in 4-on-4 trading chances. He may have been referring more to overtime than in a game, but Jarmelson to the front of the net. It's loose. Where is it? Finally, Montoya tracks it down, and now Mark Stewart trying to get Jonathan Taves out of the pile.
Well, a great job by Al Montoya to battle in front. That puck was hopping around everywhere. Does a good job keeping it out. First, it's thrown out front by Jarmelson. Saw driving the net. I think it goes off a couple skates. Montoya fighting. Taves comes around and digs at it. Montoya able to find it, get the glove on top of it. The pushing and shoving. And just before that, Bogosian, a great chance, but the back check by Saad, the second effort to lift the stick. Great defensive play by the Chicago forward.
Bogosian getting his second of the year last night against Toronto. At the line, Jarmelson gets it for Marian Hossa. Hossa is forced outside the line by Byfuglien. Byfuglien and Hossa after it. Came to the front of the net. Jokinen was headed there, but Jarmelson got back and floats it all the way to center to Patrick Kane. Kane being watched by Stewart. Kane all the way back to his own line. For Oduya, now back for Jarmelson. Jets back home on Tuesday against the Nashville Predators. And that will be Hockey Talks night at the MTS Center. We'll touch more on that a little bit later. Rink wide at center. Kane leaves it there for Hossa. Hossa in the slot, fires the shot high. Evander Kane with Hossa closing in on him. Slides it to open ice where Toby Enstrom will hunt it down. Enstrom across the line. He tried to get it to Kane. Kane was going to leave it for Little. And it came out to center. Now Trouba out of the penalty box. Right back in for the Jets. In for Little. And it got taken away by Versteeg. And then Versteeg is stripped of the puck by Trouba. And it's back into the Chicago zone.
Well, Jacob Trouba trying to break out of the penalty box. Nice little play, though, defensively to strip the puck.
Lead pass for Ben Smith. Bounces around. Leaves it for Kruger. And that shot on a rolling puck never did get through. Out to center. Brookbank breaks it up. Now Ellerby ahead for Andrew Ladd. Ladd floats it through to Michael Frolik with Brian Little. Rebound! Oh, what a save by Crawford. Or did Brookbank stop that? Looked like it was headed into the open net. Another save by Crawford. That one on a redirect from Ladd. Brian Little is on the puck. Little gets hooked. And out to center ice it comes, and Party has to hustle back.
What a chance for Andrew Ladd and the Jets. Somehow that puck did not make its way into the net.
Cleared in, and Duncan Keith, first man back to touch it for icing, and we'll have to say for now that Brookbank stopped it because they've only credited the Jets with one shot on goal through that entire sequence.
Well, and their first shot of this second period finally moved the puck wide. Brian Little throws it to the net. A big rebound, Andrew Ladd, and it's Brookbank with his left skate that makes the save for the Blackhawks, as Andrew Ladd can't believe that didn't go in, but that would have been on their second shot of this period. Only one shot, and it finally comes off Brian Little's stick and created a scoring opportunity.
What a play by Sheldon Brookbank. Ellerby back to the Chicago line. Seabrook ahead for Koska. Koska after Thorburn in the corner. Taken by Brian Little. At center, Little to the line. Now Little will make his way to the benches. That puck goes up and down to play. Eric O'Dell will come out as we look at Chris Thorburn. The Little Ladd Frolik line with a great chance, but it stays 1-0 Chicago.
Jets captain Andrew Ladd still can't believe that he couldn't find a way to get the puck over the line. It was the defenseman Sheldon Brookbank that made the save. The shot from Brian Little, the save by Crawford. Ladd to the middle, and Brookbank with his left skate turns to make the save. But what a chance for the Jets off their first shot in this period. Create the rebound, drive the net, and Brookbank with the save. And earlier in this period, it went to 4-4. Saw Paul Maurice go down, give the tap to his hybrid player, versatile player, as Byfuglien moved down to the defensive end of the bench to take some shifts. We'll wait and see if more of that comes.
It's almost like as he went walking by, every player he went walking by kind of looked over and said, "Where are you going?" Off the face-off. Taken by Byfuglien to the line for Jacob Trouba. Rolling puck, it bounces in front. Trying to get a whack at it with Setaguchi. And now taken by Patrick Kane. Kane to the line. Kane fires in on Al Montoya. Montoya's going to hang on to it. We'll have a face-off in the Jets' end of the ice.
Well, we talked about this game and the momentum that's been in the favor of the Chicago Blackhawks. Al Montoya's done a great job now. 22 saves at this point in the hockey game, and has been able to keep it to just a one-goal game.
Al Montoya from Chicago, a New York Ranger draft pick in 2004. First-round pick. Jokinen gets the face-off to the board. Stewart trying to send it back up the wall for Setaguchi. Pile up in the Jet zone. Finally taken by Setaguchi. To center. Setaguchi after with Nick Leddy. Leddy for Brookbank. Brookbank turned it over though. Trouba floater from the line as the puck was rolling. And Crawford grabs it and holds it, and now Dustin Byfuglien at it in front of the net with Brent Seabrook. Or is that Sheldon Brookbank rather? 17, not 7.
The one was hiding. Yeah, it's Brookbank as Byfuglien throws him to the ice. The Jets able to get in on the forecheck, create that turnover, but Trouba sends a floater back as the puck must have hopped on his stick. Good job, Setaguchi gets in. Byfuglien in on the hit. That creates the turnover. And then Trouba, the shot from the point. Brookbank and Byfuglien continue to battle. And this is where Byfuglien can become effective. If he gets in, he's physical, goes to the front of the net, and that's where he draws all that attention. He has the ability to outpower the opposition's D.
So Mufflin giving Sheldon Brookbank all he can handle. Brookbank almost going back to the bench. He does have a smile on his face saying, really, you want me to box out Dustin Mufflin?
No, that's the thing as a defenseman, he can't. The best he can do is take his stick.
Blake Wheeler trying to center and hit the side of the net. Jarmelson and Wheeler after. We have a broken stick on the play. It's Jarmelson's. He'll take the stick from Brandon Bolig. And the Hawks will gain control and clear. Marcus Kruger for Ben Smith. Smith trying to cut around Toby Enstrom. Enstrom loses his stick. Play whistled down, and we have a tripping penalty coming.
I believe this is going to go to Toby Enstrom. So, yeah.
Winnipeg penalty number 39, 2 minutes tripping.
Coming down the wall, it was Smith. Enstrom just went for the stick check. It got under the skate of Smith. Tough one to argue as it pushes the skate, sends Smith to the ice, and the Blackhawks to the power play.
Third power play of the game for Chicago. Little out to face off. Trouba in a battle there with Kane. Kane to the line, and Little will jam it in. After it goes Keith. After him goes Ladd. And Duncan Keith gets there first. Ahead for Patrick Kane. Kane for Jonathan Toews. Toews for Patrick Sharp. Slap shot. Save made Montoya as he's out at the top of the paint. And Montoya will hang on to it.
Well, Patrick Sharp lets a blast go as the Blackhawks enter the zone quite easily. Quick puck play. Toews, great heads-up play. Recognizes the seam. Sharp rolls to the middle of the ice, and Montoya able to see it as both Blackhawks actually off to the side of Montoya. Montoya had no rebound. Big key in that player. He would have had two players right on top of him.
1:40 left in the power play. Toews and Jokinen to face off. Hawks control. Patrick Kane for Toews. Back for Kane. Duncan Keith for Patrick Sharp. Watched by Frolik. Shot from the line is blocked. Frolik, a big part of the Chicago penalty kill that was third best in the NHL last year. Sharp for Keith, the slap shot. He was looking for that far side. It sailed wide. Sharp for Keith. For Jonathan Toews. Frolik to the near side boards, kept it away from Sharp. Kane is on it. Frolik ties him up, and the puck is out the center.
Well, good work by Frolik. You mentioned that penalty kill this year. It's at 27 for the Blackhawks.
Back in for Toews. The shot glove save by Al Montoya off of Jonathan Toews. Safeway's featured participating product for tonight's game is Ocean Spray Multi-Packs.
Montoya, big save off Jonathan Toews. He shoots it between the legs of Trouba. Montoya able to pick it up and make the glove save.
Interesting stats for Chicago. Only 5 wins in their last 13 games as we look at Al Montoya, who has been the busiest player on the ice today. 5 wins in their last 13 games, but only 2 regulation losses in those 13 games. Versteeg for Brent Seabrook. It skipped away from him. Just over a half a minute left in the power play. Versteeg. Couple of Jets converge on him, and Andrew Ladd is going to get it out to center ice. Another stick bites the dust. That one belonging to Andrew Ladd. Cross ice pass as Saad tried to get it for Hossa. Now Bogosian turns it up ice with some speed. Bogosian, the long wrister in on Crawford, and Crawford will leave it there for Leddy. Leddy finds Marian Hossa. For Seabrook and back for Leddy. Slap shot blocked, loose puck in front, jammed to the corner. Wheeler is on it. Wheeler ahead for Evander Kane. Toby Enstrom is out of the box. Kane tried the bank pass for Enstrom and it was too far. Enstrom in the corner is up with it. In front of the net for Wheeler, and he tried to go to Mark Stewart.
Wow, that's one of those plays where he may have overlooked. Take the shot.
3 shots on that power play for Chicago. Scheifele against Brandon Bolig. Up the boards, deflected out the center. Kane is on the loose puck for Toby Enstrom. He tried to slide that through to Mark Scheifele. Hawks control with Seabrook taking it from Leddy. Montoya spins it ahead for Bogosian. Bogosian for Evander Kane, and Evander Kane through to Blake for Dustin Byfuglien. Byfuglien is stopped at center ice. Knocked Koska down. Puck still outside the Jets line. Enstrom trying to send it more to the neutral zone. Byfuglien will. And now taken by Devin Setoguchi. Corey Crawford. 3-0 career-wise against the Jets is Corey Crawford, with a very impressive goals against average of 1.67. Koska being watched there by Jacob Trouba. We are in the final minute of the second period. Only goal of this game coming early. 1:21 of period one. Brandon Bollig, 6th of the year. Mark Stewart through for Jokinen. Off his stick, and Keith will get it for Seabrook. For Jonathan Toews. Toews winds his way into the Jet zone. Toews gets stood up there by Stewart. Hosts is after the puck. Toews retrieves it. Sends it to the line to Brent Seabrook. That shot, that is off of Devin Setoguchi and wide. Frolik in a battle. Taken by Toews, and another save by Al Montoya off of Jonathan Toews.
Well, Toews had a couple chances now. He's trying to go high glove on Montoya. This time, the Jets just roll it. Toews out battles, gets the puck, rolls to the top of the circle, and the shot and save by Montoya. A little battle in front with Stewart and Sharp, but the quick release is Montoya, another big save.
Shots 9-4 this period in favor of Chicago. Face off to the left of Al Montoya. Andrew Shaw. Bogosian after him at center, and Andrew Ladd takes it. Is there time for one last rush? Ladd will chip it into the Chicago zone. Shaw's back for it. Turned over in behind the net. Ladd's going to try work it out front. Brent Seabrook ties him up. And the second period comes to an end, and 40 minutes done. And only 6 shots on goal for the Jets, but they're down just 1.
Well, I think that second part of that is a statement you want to stress here for the Jets. They're on the road. It's back-to-back. They've been pretty much going with 3 lines, which is tough to do, but the best thing is it's still only 1 shot away from tying this game up. They just have to start taking more to find that goal.
Chicago 1, Winnipeg Jets no score. The Jets trying to create some offense. Seabrook and Kane to the backboards. Great save by Montoya off of Kane. Trouba stands up Patrick Sharp. 40 minutes done. It's 1-0. Welcome back to the United Center. A terrific building here in Chicago. A terrific franchise. Very lively crowd, and Al Montoya has been very lively in this game tonight. He has stopped 26 of 27 shots as the third period is about to get underway.
Well, the shots have been lopsided, but the hits in this game, the Jets out-hitting 39-10, out-hitting the Blackhawks. Dustin Byfuglien among the top with 5 hits. Setoguchi has 5, and Evander Kane the most. He has 6.
So the third period about to get underway. The Jets down a goal. They've kept the NHL's highest scoring team to just 1 after 40 minutes. But now the task is to go and try and get one past Corey Crawford, who has yet to record a shutout this season. Now, he did miss a number of games. Duncan Keith back into his own end. Stepping in at the line is Enstrom. Frolik tried to take it away from Toews, could not. And here comes Sharp. Sharp put on the brakes, lost his footing against Bogosian, and Andrew Ladd right back for the Jets for Michael Frolik. Frolik goes wide on Marian Hossa. Frolik, watched by Seabrook, throws it to the front of the net. Didn't get to Crawford. Seabrook squeezes little out of the play, but Frolik goes over and takes the puck. Bounces it to the open corner, and the Jets will start a line change. All the way back for Seabrook. Takes a bump there from Devin Setoguchi. Seabrook went down. Montoya got his stick caught in the boards. In behind his net. Does get his stick back, and it is cleared out to center ice.
Wow, that doesn't happen off, but a good help. I believe Trouba got it for him. Setoguchi, nice effort to get that over the blue line and out of the Jet zone.
Brookbank, who saved a goal in the second period, turns it over. Setoguchi tried to come cross ice to Byfuglien. It got blocked, and here comes Patrick Kane. Kane for Saad. Saad looking for an opening, and a save by Montoya. Setoguchi up the boards to Olli Jokinen. Jokinen stopped at center by Brookbank. Brookbank off the boards. Trouba in his own zone. Cross ice for Keaton Ellerby. Up the middle for Evander Kane. Just inside the Hawks line, Jarmelson will snap this right back out to center. Brandon Bollig, the goal-getter in this game. He's stopped at center. Scheifele after a loose puck in the Chicago zone. And up the boards, and this is going to be an icing call against Chicago.
The third period.
Well, the Jets are trying to get something going offensively. They're going to start throwing pucks to the net. Setaguchi, the turnover high in zone, and that's the area that Chicago wants you to make. They can do that quick transition. Saad comes the other way, dances through the middle of the ice, and a good quality scoring shot from a quality area to shoot from.
Jets accomplished something. They kept Chicago off the score sheet in that second period. Second period is the Hawks' best offensive period. They have scored 71 times. Wheeler steals. Back to the right point for Keaton Ellerby. He was on his backhand, sends it back for Evander Kane. Kane trying to get away from Jarmelson. Now to Wheeler. Wheeler trying to get away from Marcus Kruger. And Kruger will get it to Jarmelson. Out to center ice. Adam Pardy breaks it up. And Pardy will send it right back in. Crawford had it skip away from him. Wheeler goes in and takes Jarmelson to the backboards with a good jolt. Michael Handzus floats his way through center for Koska to Versteeg. Kicked away by Montoya. Versteeg trying to center. Versteeg on it again. To the line to Duncan Keith, the one-timer. Koska got a stick on it, but deflected it to the corner. Off of Frolik. In front of the Chicago bench. Bounces around. And the Hawks will take it with Duncan Keith. Enstrom turns it up ice. Ahead for Michael Frolik. Got it inside the line and lost it. Here comes Sharp. Bogosian in pursuit and Sharp fired that shot wide of the net. Frolik back at center. Sharp found some room on that right side. They wave off the icing.
Well, a little confusion. Enstrom comes from the left side. Bogosian doesn't realize he's up. And Sharp finds that open area to go in on the half break.
Ole Jokinen in on goal. Wrist shot high. Fired it over top the net. Rebound on a rolling puck. That went high. Sharp back at his own end. Got a solid jolt there from Dustin Byfuglien. Sharp may have got shaken up. Back in across the line for Jokinen. Has Byfuglien with him. And the shot and the save. And now Byfuglien looking for a loose puck that was in the equipment of Crawford, and now Seabrook and Byfuglien.
Well, you mentioned Byfuglien. We mentioned the hits the Jets had coming in. He had 5. He had a big hit on Sharp on the wall, and then they come in. Little play, pokes it to Jokinen. He comes in, tries to go high under the arm of Crawford as Crawford makes it go. And before that, Enstrom, the left D, moves up to the side. Bogosian comes over, cuts bit of the angle. But Patrick Sharp almost on a clear-cut break. Good job, Bogosian, to angle him out. And Montoya way out to challenge her. Sharp sends that wide blocker side.
How this game changes. Patrick Sharp, 1 goal in his last 9 games after a stretch where he had 9 goals in 6 games.
Well, 26 on the season.
To the line, kept in by Stewart for Jacob Trouba. Slap shot off the leg and wide. Bounces around. Byfuglien trying to get it out front, could not. And the Hawks will control with Brandon Saad. Jokinen closes him out. Saad sends it rink wide. Up the boards and right back to center. Byfuglien is on it. Byfuglien trying to cut around Nick Leddy. Byfuglien corrals it on the far side. Byfuglien to the front of the net. And that hit a leg and didn't get through. Trouba jumps in from the line. It was knocked away from him. Trouba breaks it up at center though. And he'll rattle it right back into the Chicago zone. Scheifele for Evander Kane. Kane had it get away from him, and Shaw gets it ahead at center for Patrick Kane. And he'll chip it in and head to the bench on the change. Bogosian takes the return feed, long slap shot wide. After it, Enstrom. Shaw will get it for the Hawks. Left side pass for Johnny Oduya. He'll send it in, steered away by Montoya. Jammed up the boards. Wheeler trying to get a stick on it, can't. Second try, he will. On to Enstrom. Enstrom ahead for Scheifele. Knocked off his stick at center as Johnny Oduya stood him up at center ice. Brandon Bollig back in. Adam Pardy has to work his way around the referee. sends it back in behind his own net. Ladd up for Frolik. He couldn't get anywhere. And they'll try it again. Ellerby to Party to Little to Frolik. Frolik across the line. Seabrook trying to cut him off. Frolik to the front of it and rebound. Oh, what a save by Corey Crawford off of Adam Party.
What a chance for Winnipeg, and big Adam Party had a glorious one right in tight on Crawford. Great play, great outlet pass by Brian Little, but Frolik, Keith breaks his stick. Frolik off to the races, gets ahead of Keith, goes wide on Seabrook, throws it to the net. The rebound right to Party as he joins the rush, and Crawford has to come up big for Chicago.
Little smile on Adam Party's face there. He couldn't believe that didn't go in as he joined the attack. Hossa sends it ahead. Quick wrist shot from that right side by Sharp. That got blocked back to the front of the net. Montoya the save. Rebound! Montoya got a piece of it and then it went off the outside of the Jets net on a chance by Duncan Keith. Keith stands it up at center again. Back into the Jet zone and controlled by Ladd. Ahead for Frolik. Again, Duncan Keith, the confidence that he has to just stand up in the neutral zone and challenge the Jets forwards.
Well, he really tries to shut it down at the red line before they can dump it in deep, and if not, it's the blue line, and that is why he's one of the top D in the league, and you hear his name, you hear Norris come up with it.
This is going to be an icing call against the Chicago Blackhawks, and the face-off will come back as we take a look at Duncan Keith, 46 points on the year, number 2 in the NHL in defenseman scoring, number 3 in the NHL in assists, and Al Montoya continues to shine for the Winnipeg Jets. A couple of saves as the Hawks look for that insurance marker. At center for Jokinen. Enstrom cross ice. Shaw knocks it into the Jet zone. Enstrom and Shaw tie each other up, and Byfuglien will take the puck. Byfuglien flips it through center ice. Setoguchi is after it. Leddy takes it for the Hawks and just bounces it back to the Jets line. Jets home to Nashville on Tuesday. All Jet players will wear a number 11 Rick Rippon jersey during warm-up, and then they will be auctioned off to raise money for mental health awareness. That is Tuesday as the Jets take on Nashville. Zach Bogosian bouncing it through to Byfuglien. Byfuglien around Brookbank. Backhand shot, save made. Byfuglien got a lot on that backhander. Through center for Brandon Saad, stopped at the line. Two Hawks collide. Saad keeps on going, spins it to some open ice and catching up to it is Oduya, but he turns it over. Jets come back with Scheifele and Kane. Scheifele drives it wide. Oduya now all the way back into the play. Around to Wheeler looking for Party, but too much on the pass.
Well, Scheifele tried to wait a little too long on that play, lost his footing, but the Jets starting to gain some steam.
Long lead pass and Wheeler steers it in. Andrew Ladd talked about the gap and how the Hawks defense stand up, and you got to get it by him. Here comes Kane in front of the net. Kane a shot, and that hit a leg. I don't think it got through to Crawford. Trouba to the left side for Stewart. Rebound, score! Blake Wheeler, give him 20 on the year, and the Jets have tied the game 1-1.
While the Jets started to press, this has happened over a couple shifts, and they continued to roll. Finally, as Blake Wheeler, Kane had a chance, that was blocked in front. It comes back to the point, Trouba to Stewart. Stewart, a great job getting this past the first guy to the net, and Blake Wheeler off the backside. He puts us up and over top of Crawford, and just like that, it is a 1-1 game.
11 points in the last 11 games for Blake Wheeler. We talked about him in the pregame show, Shane, about how a lot of players, after being named to Olympic teams, seem to have slowed down. Not Blake Wheeler.
No, he certainly hasn't, and you mentioned 20 now on the season.
And another point for Jacob Trouba. Give him 6 points in 6 games. Stewart, the other assist. This is an icing call against Chicago in a 1-1 tie.
Well, and Blake Wheeler, you could see that bench come to life, and it's one of the things Coach Paul Maurice and even the players talked about in that Toronto game. They gave up a 4-1 lead, but the attitude stayed the same. Everybody was up, everybody was pushing forward. They weren't looking back, they're looking ahead. And you have to think they had that same mindset here tonight after 40 as they've come out in a much better third period.
Seabrook through center, it gets turned over there. Ladd sends it back in. Duncan Keith plays it to the line, kept in by Enstrom. Enstrom plays it deep, goes after it. Chips it back for Little. Little for Ladd and back to Little. Zach Bogosian at the line. Wrist shot, deflected, rebound! And chipped wide by Michael Frolik after Crawford made the first save. Enstrom plays it back in behind the net. Around for Michael Frolik. Frolik, the shot steered away by Crawford. Enstrom is after it. Enstrom to the front of the net. Bounces around. Chipped high by Little. Back for Frolik. Walks in. Fires. Save. Rebound. Still loose in front. Ladd got a whack at it. Finally grabbed off by Patrick Sharp. Rink wide for Taves. Taves got bumped by Bogosian. In for Sharp. Sharp got double teamed and knocked down. Pile up in the corner in the Jet zone. Enstrom now is down and the puck is underneath Enstrom, and now Koska and Bogosian get into a little heated debate. Blake Wheeler, with his 20th of the year, has tied the game at 1.
Blake Wheeler's tied it at 1, and then a shift by Little. Ladd and Frolik after did some damage, had a couple scoring chances as they were all around the net. Throwing pucks to the net has started everything for the Jets. It's ended up being much better. It was a bouncing puck, and Brian Little just swatted just over top of the net. Frolik had a chance. They just continue to press and pressure on top of that blue paint. Some good work by the Jets and good recovery as the Hawks tried to come the other way, and some good hits as Sharp goes down low and he takes a hit as Ladd and Enstrom sandwich him up. So Jets continue to be physical, but the big difference is pucks to the net, rebounds, those second and third opportunities the Jets are battling in front for.
3 shots in 26 seconds on that last shift for Michael Frolik. For Blake Wheeler, 15 goals in his last 26 games since December 2nd.
Well, and I'm sure the U.S. Olympic Committee is pretty happy to see him continue after being selected.
Off the face-off, Brookbank shot didn't get to the net. May have hit Shaw. Sent around the boards by Trouba and deflected into the center ice area. Coach Paul Maurice, Shane telling us before the game he wanted to try get his 4th line out there a little more in this game, but the way the game has gone, that has simply not been much of an option for him.
No, he hasn't been able to roll the 4 lines like he would, and especially in a back-to-back situation. It's paid off, though. He's had a goaltender who's been good, and he needed 20 minutes here out of his players as they've come out in this third period and are out-shooting the Blackhawks.
Trouba as Jokinen wins the face-off for Mark Stewart. Stewart through for Byfuglien, and Byfuglien will steer it in. The former Hawk to the backboards with Nick Leddy. Came to the front of the net. Trouba's going to hold it in. Trouba to the front. Shot blocked. Trouba gets it again. Trouba sends it cross ice to Jokinen. Fakes the shot. Behind the net for Dustin Byfuglien. Byfuglien all tied up but stays on the puck. Jokinen hustles after it. Jokinen gets closed out there by Shaw, and Shaw gets it to center ice. Left side for Saad. He'll drop for Kane. Kane rifles that one high. He can skate, he can handle a puck, and he can also shoot the puck.
Well, he's trying to go high glove. A few guys have. Taves a couple times, but Montoya's made the save. That one sailed high.
Oduya clears it into the Jet zone. Ellerby clears it right back out. Brandon Bollig bumped there by Scheifele. Carried in on that right side by Ben Smith. Smith puts on the brakes, gets it for Marcus Kruger. This is the line that accounted for the Chicago goal early in the opening period. Bollig and Wheeler, your goal getters in this game. Into the slot, picked off by Wheeler. Wheeler sends it ahead for Evander Kane. Kane first man in, no icing. Kane to the backboards with Oduya. It's centered and gobbled up there by Jarmelson. Ahead for Smith and too far for Brandon Bollig, and right back for Wheeler. Has a little bit of room. Unloads. Big save there by Crawford on the blast from Wheeler. Kane to the front of the net. Wheeler's on the loose puck. Kane, poke check there by Seabrook. And now Duncan Keith will take it. Keith trying to get away from Evander Kane. Gets some help there from Brandon Bollig. It gets to center. Nice little delay there by Bogosian. And he'll hammer it right back in. So 16 shots on goal now for the Jets. So no fear of that Tampa Bay game where they only had 14.
Oh, you wonder if the ice has shifted here and they're going downhill now.
Well, midway through the game, the Jets had 2. Enstrom tried to slip it ahead to Little. Back to the blue line. Does this get out? Yep. And back forward will go Duncan Keith, former Kelowna Rocket. For Brent Seabrook, the long lead pass misses Koska. And that's going to be another icing call against Chicago. NHL on TSN continues on Tuesday. We have a doubleheader for you. First up, the Lightning in Toronto to take on the Leafs. Leafs coming off the loss to the Jets, and that'll be followed by the Blackhawks in Calgary taking on the Flames. Live coverage gets underway 6 Central on TSN. So we have a timeout here called by Chicago.
I believe so, Harris. The icing, and it's their 4th line for Stieg, Jesus, and Koska stuck on the ice. That allows the Jets to put out whoever they want. And Joel Quenneville, I'm sure, has some things to discuss with his team after pretty much for 40 minutes. They did everything they could, and here in the 3rd, the Jets have fought their way back to an even score and have actually taken over the game in the 3rd period.
29 one-goal games for the Winnipeg Jets, so they are used to situations like this.
Well, they are both teams in that fact. I believe Chicago has 29 one-goal games, so the 2 teams, no strangers to this situation.
Jets' last 4 have all been one-goal games, going back to the Edmonton game, then Anaheim, San Jose, yesterday against Toronto, and a 1-1 tie here in the 3rd period. Off the face of Byfuglien, a quick shot, and that just went wide. What a chance off the draw.
It was a quick play, and I don't think Crawford had time to react.
Byfuglien long shot, and Corey Crawford is going to grab that and hang on to it. We will take a break. 7:22 left to go here in the 3rd. It's a 1-1 game. Shop and swipe your club card at Safeway today. Watch future TSN Jets telecasts, and you can win a week of unlimited luxury at Dreams Resorts and Spas, courtesy of redtag.ca. Shop and swipe your club card at Safeway today. You could be our next lucky winner.
Well, there's a look at the Jets bench. Paul Maurice, whatever was said in that second intermission has worked. They've tied the game. They have 11 shots on goal in this 3rd period, and they're continuing to press to look for that go-ahead. Dustin Byfuglien almost won right off the draw before that last break.
Al Montoya has seen plenty of Chicago. 64 of 70 shots he has stopped this season against the Blackhawks, and he has been key in this game tonight. Brian Little came loose. Andrew Ladd scores! Andrew Ladd, the former Hawk, the captain of the Jets. Give him 12 on the year, and the Jets have a 2-1 lead.
Well, this is getting rewarded. This line had the assignment. They're out against Taves, Hossa, and Sharp. Good forecheck. It's a bad turnover by the Hawks. Andrew Ladd rewarded. Only 1 goal in his last 12 games, but this is a big one. Marian Hossa, good job by Bogosian to get over to keep it in. The Jets get in on the puck. Brian Little comes up the wall. Hossa throws it to the middle, right to the tape of Ladd. He delays a little bit. Keith comes out, probably provides a little bit of a screen, and Ladd beats Crawford glove side.
Andrew Ladd had 1 goal in his last 12. Had a couple of assists in the game last night, including the assist on the winner, and gets a huge goal here in the 3rd period. In the corner for Scheifele. Jammed away from him, and Shaw sends it ahead for Saad. Saad gets stood up at the line there by Jacob Trouba. After it, Mark Stewart. Taken by Blake Wheeler. Wheeler chips it ahead for Scheifele. Scheifele in a foot race there with Oduya. They tie each other up. Puck is loose for Evander Kane. Kane spins off the check of Patrick Kane. Evander Kane trying to get it to the front of the net. Does! Off the side, cleared away. Zach Bogosian Sends it back in behind the net for Evander Kane. He gets nailed there on a hit from Johnny Oduya. And now Hjalmarsson gets drilled. Enstrom for Zach Bogosian. All sorts of traffic in front, but no shooting lane. Now for Jokinen, for Byfuglien. Away from Shaw. To the line for Enstrom. Now to Bogosian. Byfuglien hits to the front of the net. Bogosian tried to get it to Jokinen. Byfuglien spins it back to the right point. Bogosian for Jokinen. He'll let it go to Setoguchi. Setoguchi tied up in behind the net. Good hit by Setoguchi on Hjalmarsson. As the Jets get physical now here in the third. Jokinen looking out front for Setoguchi off the side of the net. Cleared up by Oduya, and Brandon Saad will just get it out of harm's way. Hawks are changing some room for Byfuglien. Leaves it for Bogosian. Off the shoulder of Corey Crawford. On the puck is Little. Back to the line. It bounces past Ellerby. Chance on the right side for Smith. Party trying to get back into position. And good job defensively by Adam Party.
Well, that's not an easy play. He just hopped off the bench. He didn't have the gap he wanted, but he got in the way.
And now offside called against the Winnipeg Jets, which Jets might take to get a bit of a stoppage here. Under 5 to go. 2-1 Jets.
Blake Wheeler on the bench. He opened the scoring for the Jets in this game, and a heads-up play. This line's done this about 3 times where they've just flipped it up and over. Because of the gap of the Blackhawks, they like to stand up. They've shot through, able to get it in zone, and here's the play. Party steps off the bench. It's a great job for a big man just to push Smith to the outside. That is tough when someone's coming full speed. You step on the ice and you got to backpedal in a hurry, but good job by the big D-man Party.
Andrew Ladd, one of 8 Winnipeg Jets into double digits on the season. Ladd now with 12. And the go-ahead goal here in the third. Great recovery there by Adam Party, where you have to time it perfectly so it's not too many men on the ice, and yet try and get yourself where you're in position to close the gap a bit.
Well, position's the main thing. I think he did a good job with his angle, making sure he kept Smith to the outside.
Seabrook across the line, went to pull it back to fire it, and it went off his stick. The Jets have out-hit the Hawks 53-16 in this game. Kane has 7, Wheeler 7, Setoguchi 7, Byfuglien has 8.
Wow.
That center snapped in. When you consider it's 3 and 4 nights in back-to-back, that's pretty impressive. Vander Kane chips this to the Chicago line. Scheifele is on it. Rink wide for Wheeler. Wheeler has some room. Kane drives the net. Wheeler pulls up. Wheeler spins to the forehand, sends it for Kane. Scheifele's in front. Kane off the backboards, tied up by Oduya. Scheifele there to help out. Good work by Kane to keep it in that Hawk zone, and now Taves. Rink wide looking for Hossa. Great job defensively by Enstrom, but Hossa barges to the net, and Montoya may have got a piece of that. Hossa is a handful. Go. Taves wrapped up there by Enstrom. Scheifele tries to knock it loose. Hawks stay on it. To the line for Nick Leddy. Right side. Brookbank plays it back in behind the Jets net for Taves. He tried the wraparound. Came to the open side. No one there. Sharp the shot. That got blocked. And it will be carried out by the Jets in behind the play. Scheifele is slow to get up after blocking that shot.
Oh, another couple saves by Montoya. The wraparound by Taves and a chance by Hossa.
Andrew Ladd with the hit on Marcus Kruger at the line. Mark Stewart plays it for Trouba. Trouba through the middle of the ice. Nice play by Little on to Wheeler. Out at center for Ladd. Wheeler got spilled in behind the play, but it's deep into the Chicago zone with under 3 to go. Wheeler and Ladd here in the third. Here comes Seabrook, the shot, and he fired it wide. Kruger jammed against the far side boards and knocked down by Mark Stewart with some physicality. Up the boards, kept in at the line by Duncan Keith. In the slot, quickly on Saad though, was Jacob Trouba. Back at the line, Byfuglien trying to keep an eye on Duncan Keith. It's onto the stick of Seabrook, not much on the shot, and a lead pass now. Setoguchi with Byfuglien. Byfuglien takes a look. Byfuglien, sharp angle. Crawford stayed with the shot. and made the save. And back come the Hawks. Saad wide on Bogosian to the front of the net, no one there. Sharp angle chance from the far side boards. And Montoya another save, his 32nd of the game.
Well, I like the way the Jets are playing with this lead. Yeah, Chicago's going to press Scheifele first. A big block as he comes out, makes sure he's in the shot lane, gets down, makes the block, he goes down. That cleared the zone. And then the breakout, the confidence to have this play, a D to D, up the middle, out of your zone, something we didn't see earlier in the season. That's showing confidence from a hockey team.
Jarmelson at the line, lets the shot go. Not sure if that got through, may have hit Shaw in front of the net. Hawks stay on it, centered, and Andrew Ladd is there. And Ladd sends it ahead. There's that play again. Just chip it into open ice. The Jets using their speed. Cross ice pass, Kane trying to bust his way through. Cross ice off the side of the net. What a chance for Chris Versteeg. Versteeg has it again for Patrick Kane. Kane being watched on the play. To the net goes Crawford, 6 attackers. On Montoya, another save. That one off of Duncan Keith. Big time pressure by the Hawks, but another block. Here comes Blake Wheeler at the empty net. Wheeler with Versteeg in pursuit, scores! And with 1:15 to go, the Winnipeg Jets, 3 unanswered goals in the third period, have a 3-1 lead, 2 from that man.
What an effort put forth. Give Al Montoya big credit for this one and a credit to his teammates. They came out in the third, he held them in. They found a way to come against a tough team, but Al Montoya doing it again late when they need him most. Patrick Kane through the middle, he gets it over, goes off the side of the net. The shot from Versteeg, big save off Keith, and they just continue to go, eventually finding their way out of the zone, and Wheeler ices this one.
Hawks as Crawford heads to the bench again. Around the boards. Trouba sends it to the far side. Hossa trying to center it. That got blocked. Back to the line to Seabrook. We're in the final minute. Now to Leddy. That shot went wide. Ladd takes it off the boards and he will just flip it through the air. Waiting for it is Frolik. And he couldn't catch it clean enough to knock it down to his stick and perhaps put it in the open net. Leddy, long left wing pass for Hossa, but this is going to be an icing call.
Well, good work by the Jets. Wheeler, a couple goals in this game. He opened it up. I like the fact that the Jets didn't stop pressing all period long. They didn't just get to tie and be happy with it. They went after the win. They got that extra goal, the second by Ladd. And then the empty net goal, and now here, trying to finish this game off.
Enstrom with the assist on the goal by Wheeler. And it will be interesting to talk to the players after the game as to what was discussed, what was said in that dressing room between periods 2 and 3. Not that they'll tell us, but they might. If you ask, they might. At center ice for Nick Leddy. Gets it into the Jet zone. Enstrom goes after it. Enstrom for Olli Jokinen. Jokinen on for Byfuglien. Crawford stays in the net. Keith out of his own zone. Duncan Keith, and this leaves the playing surface. This will be the 9th win of the year for Al Montoya, and that will tie a career high for single season wins for Al Montoya.
Well, and a well-deserved one. He hasn't played since January 5th against the Penguins. In tonight, in his hometown of Chicago. Special night for him as he has been fantastic. He kept this hockey club in it for 40 minutes. And they've came out and rewarded him here in the third.
Saad puts on the brakes against Stewart. Long wrist shot caught by Montoya. And he's going to snap it off the boards. An interesting week as Al Montoya gets well-deserved congratulations from his teammates. As he held them in, and in the third, they found a way, Shane, to get it done.
Well, they certainly did, and what you're seeing is a team really coming together at this point. You look at their record, the way they've played, the way they came back against this Blackhawks team that has had their number. Just a fantastic effort. No one quit in that room, and you can just see how they're celebrating that This is just bringing them closer together. They're starting to believe in one another and what they can do.
15-7, the shots in favor of the Jets in the third period as Al Montoya leads his team to victory. Interesting week. A win in Anaheim, a one-goal loss in San Jose, a victory over Toronto, and now a win here in Chicago.